What pens should you guys be using to get your Formula One signatures? What is happening, guys? My name is Grim. Welcome to the channel. We're looking at pens today and what colors and what pens to use when you guys want to receive an autograph from your favorite Formula One driver. Roll the intro.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel.
Now today we are going to be looking at what pens to use for you guys to receive a signature from a Formula One driver. Now, if you guys have never received a signature from a Formula One driver, all I'm going to say, it's a massive adrenaline rush. And as you guys know, I make mini helmet videos. I'm going to provide a couple of examples for you guys of different colors to use, what pens to use, and give you guys a really good insight of all that. So, first of all, obviously I have a Sharpie right here, the black Sharpie. Now, this guy is what you don't want to use, okay? Now, always have a black Sharpie just in case in your, I guess, bag where you're going to keep your pens when you go for signatures. But what you guys want to use for especially stuff like mini helmets are uni paint pens. Now, the two colors I will suggest for you guys is silver and gold. I'm going to show you guys two examples. We're using Esteban's Ocon's mini helmet, or how the helmet will turn out. Now, use uni paint pen because the actual paint pen lasts so much longer on the actual helmet, and there's a lot lesser chance for the actual signature to rub off over the years. Now, as you guys can see, this is hand signed by Esteban Ocon with the gold uni paint pen. And the other example I have for you guys is the silver uni paint pen on the visor. Now, obviously because of the material and the uni paint pen, you want to use that particular pen on your mini helmets. Now, There are different situations where a Formula One driver such as a Lewis Hamilton or even a Max Verstappen will have his own pen, and he's not going to grab your pen off you. You can ask and suggest, but sometimes it goes through one ear, out the other, and you're going to receive a signature like this. Now, this is from Lewis Hamilton. This was back in 2015 or 16. I got this bad boy signed, and he had his own Sharpie, which means he done his own signature and his own Sharpie. I was lucky enough to get it double signed by Lewis on the visor and, of course, on the actual top of the helmet. So, in some situations when the driver's super popular, he'll have his own pen. Normally, Hamilton carries a Sharpie. I have a few helmets signed by Lewis Hamilton where he uses a Sharpie, and obviously you got to take extra care of the actual signature because this signature is going to last a lot less longer than, of course, a uni paint signature. Look at that. Look at the difference, right? So obviously, you can still make it last. You got to dust it off and stuff over the years, but you'd prefer a uni paint pen signature. Now, there's obviously different thicknesses. I suggest the second thinnest one from uni paint, and I suggest gold, and I suggest silver for your mini helmets. That's what I'd personally go for. Sometimes, actually, if you have a tinted visor, the white uni paint pen is a go-to. As you guys can see, my example with the Mick Schumacher, obviously it's a tinted visor. You'd rather use a white pen on that. If you're going to use a silver or, of course, a gold, it's not going to look as good as the white on the tinted visor. So, obviously, tinted visor, I'd go white. The other helmets with a clear visor, you can go whatever. You can go silver or gold. It depends on what you want to look for in the helmet. For example, the blue, white, and red look amazing with the silver. And this one was just sort of like so the signature can stand out with the gold. But sometimes you got to be very quick and you might grab the wrong pen. It doesn't matter. You need to still get your signature because you never know when you're going to see the Formula One driver again. For example, an Ocon or a Verstappen. Now, talking about Sharpies, obviously carry a Sharpie with you at all times. Now, if you want to get photo print signed, always use a blue pen. The reason for that is because when a driver does a signature on a photo, even though you're a fan, he might think you're a seller, for example, or you might think that she's a seller or something like that where they sell the product. People get signatures to sell stuff on eBay, guys. Now, what you want to do is use a blue pen because any dark spots that they want to sign in, for example, if you use a black pen, there might be a dark spot on the photo. They might tend to sign the signature on there because it's hard to authenticate the actual signature. So if you use a blue pen, doesn't matter where they put the signature on the actual photo print, you can still see it. Now, I suggest to use Sharpie, and then when you put your photo away, you got to put it away nicely, otherwise it will smudge over the years. So use a blue Sharpie, not black obviously, but sometimes you might just have a black pen, or they might have their own black pen, and they can do that as well. But I suggest use blue Sharpie for all of your photos. If you look at any popular signature that's being sold, they always use blue pen. That's even on guitars and stuff like that. I've seen people use blue pen on mini helmets. Don't suggest that at all. It looks absolutely ugly. like I said, mini helmets, gold or silver. Unless you have a tinted visor, use white. On your photo prints, blue is preferred, but sometimes you have to use black. No other colors you guys should use on your photos, on your mini helmets. Just they're the ones you got to go for, okay? So that's what I would be doing. And obviously Sharpie on your mini helmet is okay as well if you're forced to get it done like that. But Sharpie and Uni Paint are the two only products I would be using for a Formula One signature. Don't use anything else, okay? So if you guys are chasing your favorite Formula One driver, always have the pen ready. It's happened to me where Lewis Hamilton, the lid wasn't off, okay? The lid wasn't off, and he didn't sign one of my mini helmets. Now, that sucks. I've got the whole story. It's on my channel. Check it out. But always have the pen ready. Give it to the driver. Bang. Helmet, pen. There you go. Boom. You get your signature. You look back at it and you go, mate, I'm the GOAT. Got 100 signatures ready from Formula One drivers. And, yeah, you know, it's a massive, massive ego confidence boost when you get that signature. It's an adrenaline rush. If you know, you know, okay? Guys, if you have any questions about getting your favorite Formula One driver signature, hit them up down below. This has been a video on what pens you guys should use if you want a signature from your favorite Formula One driver. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Of course, I make mini helmet videos, so check them out on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next Formula One video. Thank you.